Senator Ben Chafin, that is part of Bland, Buchanan, Dickerson, Norton, Pulaski, Radford, Tazewell, part of Montgomery, Smythe, and Wise. Big area. Senator Chafin, good to have you with us, man.
Good morning, John. It's good to be on the show.
All right, and representing a big swath there in Southwest Virginia, Senator Ben Chafin. I want to get to Southwest Virginia, Senator, the economy. It's been ravaged by President Obama's war on coal, many other things hurting the economy there. Just give us a sense of where the Southwest Virginia economy is now, what the job situation is.
John, just as you said, we have been ravaged. It's similar to what happened in Southside some years ago with NAFTA taking place. We've been based upon a single industry for decades, generations, large industry, the coal mining industry, and because of overburdensome regulation and the war on coal, the desire to kill the coal industry. In addition, market forces, that industry is really hurt. So what we're trying to do is slow down the losses of jobs in that industry at this time to give us additional time to try to transition. We've been working on transitioning away from the coal industry. We've been trying to protect the jobs that we still have, and we hope that somewhere down the road the coal industry will see a rejuvenation and we'll be able to grow some of those jobs again. But right now, what we need is for the administration, both federal and state, not to kick us while we're down. We need the help, and quite honestly, the governor and the General Assembly is in a position to help Southwest Virginia and to help us recover going forward.
You know, it was interesting when we had a chance to chat the other day, Senator Chafin. You were saying to me that people don't realize the immense power the governor's office has, or the governor of Virginia has, regardless of who it is, just the office, the power they have to encourage job growth in specific areas. Do you mind expounding on that to our audience?
I'm happy to. You know, that's one of the things Governor McAuliffe has really a natural, innate talent at, and that's making the deal, making the bargain. And what we need to see him do is to change his legacy in Southwest Virginia and to bring us some of those industries in his hand, take them by the hand and show them Southwest Virginia. I've seen it in the past. I've seen governors both on both sides of the aisle, both Republican and Democrat, do that, and some of the more recent was Mark Warner and George Allen. Both brought industries into the far Southwest Virginia economy and sold those industries in Southwest Virginia and made sure that they came and that they stayed. So we're just hoping that Governor McAuliffe is going to look at this and put politics aside and look at the situation for what it is. We've got a tragic job loss occurring there, and that needs to be the story that we all focus on.
I tell you what, Senator Chafin, putting politics aside, right? What a novel idea. We don't get a lot of that right now, especially in the campaign season that we're in. Common sense news, driving and saying, I don't really care, SB this or HB that, but it's SB 21, and it's your basically your clean power energy bill. Where are you on it? What will it do? And do you have a shot at getting this thing into through the House?
Well, after we passed the bill through the Senate, of course, we got the announcement from the Supreme Court that they had stayed the activity by the EPA in implementing the plan, and that was a real shot in the arm for this bill because the truth is it would be almost insane to go forward and to implement these EPA regulations when the Supreme Court has stayed their implementation, giving a clear indication that they don't like them. okay, and that
Right.
that they may roll them back. So every state in the country is saying we're not going to go forward with this, with the exception currently of 5. To my knowledge, we've got 5 states, and unfortunately, our state, Governor McAuliffe, has said, well, we're still going full speed ahead with these regulations, and so he's partnering with the likes of California, New York, Washington State, and Colorado, not your traditional partners for Virginia. And so, we're just hoping that he will take a look at this bill. We're going to get it through the House. It's going to go through the House, and we're going to put it on his desk. And the truth is, it just makes common sense for the General Assembly to have a place at the table in deciding what is good for Virginia. We're elected by the people. We're the closest to the people, and we need to be there in order to put common sense into these regulations. We take an all of the above approach. We don't want to just favor wind power. We don't want to just favor solar power. We want to look at all of them, and we want to make sense for the economy and make sense for the everyday Joe Schmo who's out there working hard and doesn't need his electric bill to go up as a consequence of some political stunt.
Well, that's exactly it, Senator Chafin. I mean, you laid it out right there. You've got a reverse Robin Hood situation where people in your neck of the woods in Southwest Virginia are going to be absolutely hammered with these crazy EPA rules. You've got the federal government coming in with unelected bureaucrats basically making energy more costly for Southwest Virginians, hurting jobs because you can't get companies to come in with these new regulations they have. Nobody elected these people. You've got our governor, Governor McAuliffe, who is presenting himself as the jobs governor for Virginia, and he's not doing anything to stop it. In fact, he's not even doing anything to stop it. He's in favor of it because it's basically coming from the White House. It's so frustrating to people, but I think you hit it on the head. It's up to our state representatives. They should be making the decisions because they're closer to the people. Why should people in some bureaucracy in Washington be affecting the lives of people in Southwest Virginia? How does that make any sense?
Well, it doesn't make any sense. It's just a power grab. I mean, it's the executive power that President Obama has demonstrated his willingness to use time and time again to grab power from the states. And the truth is, this represents a whole lot more than just an increase in the electric bill for people in the Commonwealth of Virginia. This represents jobs. It represents industries declining to do business in Virginia because they can't control their energy costs. It represents a train wreck of a sort to Virginia's economy, not just Virginia's coal economy, but also it's hurting the economy where you are, John, with the ports. It's hurting the train traffic, the rail traffic. It's hurting everybody all the way across Virginia, and it's holding back the recovery of this Commonwealth and the nation.
And these EPA regulations, which are going to increase the cost of energy for almost all residents in Southwest Virginia, what is in it for them? What do they gain? Nothing.
They gain nothing. Yeah, there's nothing. There's
Zero.
Nothing on the table for us. We're asked to give up our livelihood. We're asked to give up our ability to support our families, to have a fair shot at an average life. President Obama is so often given to saying he just wants to level the playing field. Well, this doesn't level anybody's playing field. What this does is it takes our playing field away from us.
Absolutely. And Senator Chafin, I want to get to your tax credit for coal. I know you've combined it with Senator Carrico, I believe. Where are we on that? Do you have a chance at making that a reality?
Well, I was really encouraged by the vote out of the Senate, John. We had 33 out of 40 votes that day. Actually, we were just really happy with the vote count. It's enough to be veto proof if we can hold those senators with us going forward as that bill will reach the governor's desk. The coal field tax credit, as I've said many times before, it's the only thing holding together a lot of the last jobs that we still have people working in coal mines in Southwest Virginia. We're down to a few thousand people working, and the truth is that there's 1,000 jobs, give or take a few, that are absolutely dependent on this coal tax credit, and because those industries are working either at a slight loss or at a razor-thin margin. So if we take that off the table, those jobs are here today, but they're gone tomorrow.
And these are real jobs. I mean, what people don't understand is they're not from the area. They don't understand that these are jobs where families, where people were making $70,000, $80,000, $90,000. These were not $30,000 jobs. It's affected entire families. It's affected whether or not their children can go to college. I mean, it's had reverberating impacts. You have to go to your area to really understand the devastating economic impact Obama's EPA policies have had, right?
Absolutely. These jobs are high technology jobs. These are not the coal miners of yesteryear working with picks and shovels. These young men are talented, and they are operating computer-driven equipment that's multi-million-dollar pieces of equipment with a lot of safety devices built in, and they are the product of a lot of workforce training. So, to compare them to the miners of yesteryear is just a farce. We need to keep those jobs because those jobs are, as you indicated, good, high-paying jobs, and they're supported by another workforce that is above the ground, that supplies them, that provides for their safety and ensures for the mines to operate smoothly. And I'm told there's 6 to 7 people working above ground and in other industries to support one coal miner. So we're talking about thousands of jobs here that could be lost if we can't get the coal tax credit approved and keep it in effect. It has a sunset provision, and it ends this year unless we can pass this bill.
How confident are you're going to be able to make it happen, Senator?
Well, I've worked it. I know Senator Carrico has worked it. We've been working the halls with it. We do have our colleagues who are on the other side of the aisle who are sympathetic, and I made the argument on the floor, and I've been told by some of my colleagues it was an appealing argument to them that we're talking about regional cooperation here. We're not talking. Let's get politics off the table. We're talking about regional cooperation. I get asked all the time to vote for something that the senators, the General Assembly members from Northern Virginia want to see happen because they have congestion on their highways, or even down in Hampton roads. And I make those votes. Those votes don't do a lot for Southwest Virginia. They spend a lot of money. They don't do a lot for Southwest Virginia. But I know that region needs that in order for that region to thrive. So I'm appealing to my fellow senators and House members and to the governor to understand that regional cooperation is absolutely necessary for the Commonwealth to thrive.
Wow, I am so in agreement with what you just said. We have to work together and take out the regionalization that has sometimes plagued our state, no question. And, we all know that everybody's got their agendas depending on what region they're in, but the economic devastation of Southwest Virginia, of your area, because of the things that we talked over, it's destroying families. It's basically destroying lives. And so hopefully we can have that done. Hey, I really want to thank you for your time today. We are out of time, and I want to thank Senator Ben Chafin for being with us, Republican 38th District, Southwest Virginia. We're going to keep following these, Senator, and keep fighting for your constituents in Southwest Virginia, and anything that we can do, let us know.
John, thank you. It was really great appearing on your show. We like hearing your words.